All right, guys, how about those Chiefs? Just won again, 10-3. We just won 21-13 over Oakland, and did a great job of stopping them on a 4th-and-1 here in the second quarter. I'm sorry, in the second half. There at the fourth quarter, Derek Carr did not look like Derek Carr at all. Amari Cooper didn't look like Amari Cooper. They were all out of sync the whole game. It's like they were just a step behind Kansas City for most of that game. So it was good to see. It was good to see us outgain them, 323 to 244. They did have 4 more first downs, but man, even that last pass interference there on Nelson, that was bogus. You know, early in the third quarter, they were all over Kelsey. That was an interesting stat that they showed there too. It's the first win in 44 years. They've only had 1 win in 44 years, where they actually had 3 turnovers to 0 in a game where they had turned it over 3 times and not gotten any, and that was a game in 2000. So it was an interesting stat. But go Chiefs! How about those Chiefs? As Andy Reid says in the locker room after every one of these wins. And I mean, we got to start to believe in these Chiefs. I'm still picking them to get to the Super Bowl, guys. And I still think there's parts of this game we could have played better. But man, it was cold. You know, they got hot in that second quarter, and they rode it. And you know, they did well, and you know, then they had those 2 turnovers. All they got was a field goal out of it there, one of those back-to-back turnovers. I can't blame Alex for the second one. He's standing there in the pocket, you know, and Mac, I mean, he's great. He's gonna come in there and get a sack every now and then. I wish we could have got some more sacks. I wish we could have hit them a few more times. I wish we could have stopped that run a few more times, you know, and we are watching for that quick pass offense. So, you know, I can't knock the guys for doing that, but you know, I wish we could just stop them a few more times. I was at that Atlanta game last week. That was awesome. Today, I'm glad. I want to see us stop teams on 3rd down. I don't want interceptions all the time. I don't want fumbles. I want to just see 3 and outs, or maybe they'll get, you know, 6 plays and then out. Well, let's make them punt. Let's make them only get maybe 18 yards, 16 yards on per possession. You know, we can't always. I don't want to rely on those big plays. I want those big plays to come every now and then when we really need that big play. I want for us to be able to stop teams, and that's what I was glad to see tonight. I need to see Spencer Ware getting some bigger holes. I hate that the only touchdown the running back scored tonight was West. He carries like 2 times against the TD. Ware's out there carrying nearly 20 times and barely gets, you know, 40 yards. He's not getting enough holes. They're not opening it up for him. I need to see that happen. Alex Smith, you know, you're going to have some turnovers, but you still played lights out. I like your fire. I like that you go back to the sideline and look at your board and you come back out. But beat the Raiders twice this year, swept them. Everybody's talking about the Raiders and Derek Carr and all this, how great he is. And I'm tired of it, guys. Guess what? I'm tired of it. I'm ready to, I don't need people talking about the Chiefs. You know when I want to talk about the Chiefs? After we win the Super Bowl, then talk about the Chiefs. Until then, us at Chiefs Nation, hail to the Chiefs. We'll keep following them. We'll keep supporting them. And remember to get behind Alex Smith. He wants to win. He's hungry. #1 draft pick in 2005. It's his turn. Andy Reid, it's his turn. And let's win back-to-back. Win it this year. Sign everybody and come back and win again next year. Get everybody healthy. I hope Derek Johnson's okay. You could feel a difference in the middle of the field there. As he's sliding guys this way, that way. He's just, even if I've noticed his tackling is not what it used to be. But he still gets out there and he affects plays. He makes things happen. So I want to see him back out there. I hope he's okay. But go Chiefs. That's my reaction to this Raiders game, man. We win 21-13. We do a great job of holding Khalil Mack to limited influence in that game. We did a great job of getting the ball to Kelsey. 4 straight games with 100 yards. So he ties Tony G and one other tight end for the most consecutive tight end games with at least 100 yards. And hopefully he gets it next game. We got 10 days off to get ready to play Tennessee. We could always use that little extra space. And I'm glad we're getting it later in the season as opposed to maybe early in the season, even though we did have an early bye. So let's go Chiefs. Let's go beat Tennessee. Let's beat Denver. Let's beat San Diego and finish out this season. We got 2 more home games. Go relax. Put your feet up in the recliner like I was doing tonight, watching this game, except for the end there. I was getting intense. But it was good to see that happen, guys. Go Chiefs.